I don't know whether to be heartbroken or happy, but the Montreal Canadiens defeat the Pittsburgh Penguins 3-1 in the best-of-5 series. They're off to the official playoffs. Go Habs, go. Stay tuned for the review of the series and my reaction to the win last night with Open Ice Hits with Scotty2 Hockey. What's up, guys? Open Ice Hits with Scotty2 Hockey, and me, like most Habs fans out there, I'm a bag of mixed emotions right now. Yes, the Montreal Canadiens defeated the Pittsburgh Penguins last night 2-0 to take the best-of-5 series in 4 games, winning it 3-1 overall, but that also means they miss out on any shot at getting first overall in the second phase of the lottery draft, and this year, they will not be getting a lottery pick. So from this point forward, all of us Habs fans need to just hope for a miracle run, hope Carey Price can play the way he's playing, hope the young guns stay hot, hope the defense stays as solid as it is, and the Montreal Canadiens can go all the way and win the Stanley Cup. Because at this point, in my opinion, that's all I want to see. Because they lost out on Alexis Lafreniere, they lost out on a potential top 15 pick, so they need something good to come out of this. I either want to see a strong run where they make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, or I want to see a Stanley Cup Finals. And we all know there's a very slim chance of that, but with Carey Price playing the way he's playing, nothing is impossible, and that's what I personally am hoping for. So let's talk a little bit about this series. In Game 1, we had a very closely contested game. It ended up going into overtime. Jeff Petrie scores the game winner. The Habs win 3-2. In Game 2, the Montreal Canadiens got defensively shut down. They lost the game 3-1. The only tiny bit of offense they generated the whole game was a goalie by Jesperi Kotkaniemi. The only bright point from that entire game. Wasn't looking good for the Habs after that. But then they come out and win a big Game 3, 4-3. Jeff Petrie steps up once again in the third period, puts it off Matt Murray's helmet and in, and the Habs win that game 4-3. Jeff Petrie's second game-winning goal of the series. He's the first Habs defenseman to have 2 game-winning goals in the playoffs since 1988, 1989. Chris Chelios did it, and Jeff Petrie has done it in 3 games. He already has 2 game winners in the first 3 games of this series. And then last night, the Montreal Canadiens defeated the Pittsburgh Penguins in a super boring game for the first 2 periods, picked up a ton in the third, and at the end of the third period, Lehkonen scored a big goal. Shea Weber scored an empty netter to ice it. What can you cry about that? The goal by Lehkonen was awesome. It was created by Paul Barron. 15:49. Paul Barron gets the puck on his stick, skates in behind the Pittsburgh Penguins net, drawing 3 players towards him, 2 defensemen and a forward, drawing those 3 players towards him, and they end up creating some kind of penalty. Paul Barron creates a power play for the Habs, and before they even get a chance to get that power play, he flicks it out behind the goalie in front of the net. It comes behind the goalie's pads, goes right up to the front of the net, underneath Jimmy Schultz's stick, and who's there to bury it? Arturi Lehkonen buries the game-winning goal, and then after that, after the Penguins pulled their goalie, Shea Weber from almost 100 feet out ices an empty netter. Beautiful, beautiful goal. Now we'll look at the points leaders for the Montreal Canadiens in this series. No surprise to anybody. Yes, he's a defenseman, but it shouldn't surprise anybody that he's leading the team in points. He's a veteran, and he's ready for this type of playoffs. Shea Weber, in 4 games played, he has 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points. He's a +5, eating up a ton of minutes, playing 25 minutes and 33 seconds per game with an excellent 20% shooting percentage. Then we go into the second leading scorer. This should be a surprise to a lot of people. I don't think anybody picked him to be the leading scorer in this series along with Shea Weber. In 4 games played, Paul Barron has 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points, he's a +6, averaging 15 minutes and 15 seconds per game, and he has a 25% shooting percentage. And in the third, we have a 2-way tie for the third. Jeff Petrie has, in 4 games played, has 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 points, 2 game-winning goals, a +1, a 25.58 average time on ice, and a 40% shooting percentage in this series. And then tied with him with 3 points, Arturi Lehkonen, in 4 games played, has 1 goal, 2 assists, 3 points, is a +6, a 12.5 shooting percentage, and an 18.39 average time on ice. And Nick Suzuki, Jesperi Kotkaniemi, Ben Sherratt, and Philip Deneau all have 2 points apiece. Now, my 3 stars for this series, my third star, I know it may surprise some people, he doesn't have as many points as Paul Barron and Shea Weber and Arturi Lehkonen, is Jesperi Kotkaniemi. Nobody expected Jesperi Kotkaniemi to be as good as he is in this series. He's physical. He's excellent defensively. He has 2 goals. He's all over the puck. He's all over the ice. Loving Jesperi Kotkaniemi's game. He's moved himself up in the lineup with his play. My second star is Shea Weber, by far, the veteran defenseman who's leading the team in points. Already has 2 goals, 2 assists, ton of hits. He's a +5. He's eaten up a ton of minutes, so Shea Weber definitely deserves to be that second star. And hands down, Hands down, my first star of this series is Carey Price. In 4 games played, he has 3 goals. In 4 games played, he has a 3 wins, 1 loss, a .947 save percentage, 1.67 goals against. Like, unreal numbers for Carey Price. Like, almost a .950 save percentage and under 2 goals against the Pittsburgh Penguins in 4 games. That is phenomenal against a team that has the offense that Pittsburgh can generate. Amazing numbers. He has 1 shutout and he made 133 saves in this series. Faced a ton of rubber in this series. My letdowns, guys who had no points, who I thought would be way better in this playoff series. Yoel Armia, he's pretty good defensively. He's generating turnovers. He's doing good on the penalty kill. He's doing good in certain spots, but the offense just isn't there for Armia. He has 0 points. Max Domi has been a complete letdown. He's ended up on the 4th line. He's doing pretty much nothing out there. He's struggling so bad in the faceoff dot that the wingers had to take the faceoff for him, and he's a -2. For a guy who's coming off the end of his contract year and is a restricted free agent, this is definitely going to hurt him on the negotiating table, and it's definitely going to help the Habs out if they are planning on re-signing him, which I personally think they will. Why wouldn't they re-sign Domi after a couple of bad games? We've seen what this guy's capable of. Yes, he had a bad series, but I still expect a ton more from Max Domi. And for me, the biggest letdown of the series, even though he's looked a lot better recently, especially last night, he had a nice few chances, is Thomas Tatar. He led the team the whole year in points. Has like a 13 or 14 point lead on the closest player to him in points for Montreal in the regular season, and he has 0 points in the playoffs. So Tatar definitely needs to pick it up. But overall, I'm very impressed with the Montreal Canadiens in this playoffs. I don't want to talk about their power play. They're pretty much better off staying 5-on-5. Their power play is abysmal. They've done nothing with the power play in this. Like, they had no offense generated from the power play at all in this series. Their penalty kill was pretty solid, 82.4%. Penalty kill. Their face-off percentage was really good for a team face-off percentage. They had on almost 50% face-off percentage against the Pens. That's saying something, but a big part of that is Philip Deneau and Nick Suzuki. Their face-off percentage was 49.4%. Philip Deneau won 48 face-offs, and Nick Suzuki won pretty much 50% of his face-offs as well. Big face-offs at the end of big games. In Game 3, he won a big face-off in the Montreal Canadiens zone against Evgeny Malkin, I believe it was. And then in the Pittsburgh zone, he won a big face-off against Sidney Crosby with like 2 minutes left. Nick Suzuki's played on the power play, the penalty kill. He's been absolutely excellent. Loving what I'm seeing from Ben Sherratt. Paul Barron has stepped up his game. I should have mentioned Arturi Lehkonen as a standout in the last video as well. Overall, everything's trending in the right direction for the Montreal Canadiens coming into this next round. I don't know who they're going to be playing in the next round. I heard it's probably going to be the Philadelphia Flyers, so we'll see when it comes up what happens. I would love to see a Flyers versus Habs series. They always bring the best out of each other, but recently in the past decade or so, Philly definitely has Montreal's number, so we'll see what happens there. That's personally a series I would love to see. But overall, as a fan, I'm pretty disappointed that they missed out on a chance to get Lafreniere, but we know that the players aren't going to tank. The players know in their head this could be their last chance in the Stanley Cup. This could be their last chance in the Stanley Cup playoffs. This could be their last chance to go all the way, especially older players like Shea Weber and Carey Price. There's no way guys like that are going to tank. If anything, they're going to give it their all and hope to go all the way. And me personally, now that they've lost out on any potential chance at a lottery pick and any potential chance at the first overall pick, all I want to see right now is a Stanley Cup. It's going to take a miracle. It's going to take Carey Price stealing series after series and a lot of players having to step up and the top 6 being excellent and the defense being excellent. But it's not impossible. The Montreal Canadiens can do it, and I, for one, personally hope they do it. So anyways, guys, let me know what you thought of the series. Let me know what you thought of last night's win. And most of all, are you happy that the Habs have advanced in the playoffs, or are you pissed that they missed out on a chance to get Alexis Lafreniere or a lottery pick? Let me know in the comment section. Feel free to let me know. Anyways, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. This is Open Ice Hits with Scotty 2 Hockey. Choking on my words. I'm so excited here. Over and out. Have a great day, folks.